episode on EternalGlam.
Have you ever heard the sinister tale of EternalGlam? You know, the one that promised eternal beauty with its mind-blowing EternalGlam makeup line. It took the city by storm, and everyone was going gaga over it. But let me warn you, behind the glitz and glamour lies a horror that'll make your skin crawl. At first, it seemed like a dream come true. Celebrities and influencers showed off their stunning transformations, flaunting flawless skin and age-defying looks. The whole internet went wild, posting selfies after selfies, #EternalGlam. Who wouldn't want to stay young and drop-dead gorgeous forever, right? But here's the freaky part. There's a wicked catch to this seemingly magical makeup. If you get too hooked and wear it beyond the recommended time, your beauty turns into a living nightmare. I'm talking twisted features, monstrous deformities, and a face so repulsive it'll haunt your worst nightmares. The first victim was a rising star named Jessica, whose stunning looks and magnetic charm had accumulated a massive online following. As she strutted down red carpets, basking in her eternal glam, fans went crazy and began shouting her name in admiration. But little did her fans know that her beauty was a fleeting illusion. The stroke of midnight brought with it a terrifying transformation. Jessica's flawless complexion became marred with gaping crevices, her skin resembling cracked porcelain. Her long, lustrous hair turned into a mass of tangled, slimy strands, and her eyes sunken into dark, hollow pits. The news of Jessica's shocking transformation spread like wildfire. News stations and talk shows covering up the truth. So, the appeal of EternalGlam remained irresistible. As more people succumbed to the temptation, the city turned into a hotbed of horror and despair. Day after day, the once glamorous individuals transformed into nightmarish creatures, their social media personas shattered and their lives condemned to darkness. Others who fell victim to the curse experienced even more horrifying changes. Their eyes bulged from their sockets, becoming enormous vacant orbs that seemed to devour all light. The irises darkened and fractured like shattered glass, while for some, their pupils dilated into monstrous unblinking voids. Some people, their noses grew elongated and distorted, or twisted into unnatural shapes. Some suffered the fate of having their nose entirely vanish, leaving behind only a grotesque gaping hole. The scent of decay and desperation seemed to emerge from their very pores. Mr. Alistair, the mysterious creator of EternalGlam, revelled in the chaos his creation unleashed. Obsessed with the pursuit of perfection, he had struck a pact with the other side, an evil entity that thrived on vanity and pride. Mr. Alistair was tasked with feeding the evil beast through the cursed makeup for the return of fame and money. The once thriving #1 brand now bore the scars of the dark obsessions. Abandoned streets were haunted by the pitiful wails of those trapped in the curse. Their once luminous faces now twisted into hideous masks. The once vibrant social media world turned into a graveyard of vain ambition and shattered dreams. Mr. Alistair vanished without a trace, leaving behind the nightmarish legacy that would be forever whispered in hushed tones. News stations and TV shows continued to twist their stories to their own agenda, so that the world would eventually move on. However, The legend of EternalGlam persisted and continued to lurk in the shadows of the modern world, waiting for the next poor soul who would dare to trade their humanity for money and fame. If you ever came across the tempting lure of EternalGlam, would you take it? Or would you take my warning and stay away from it, far, far away from it? For the price of eternal beauty is a curse that'll leave you wishing for a simple mirror to shatter your reflection and end the nightmare.